I am using Nistune. Yes, we finally got him hooked up. We won't show you what the wiring looks inside because it's a bit how you going. Okay, at the moment I've just put the factory tune back in it again. So I'm going to fire it up, get it to fire, and then I'm going to make the thing sound like a big block. Sounds like fun? Fun. Okay, watch out. I'll go over and fire up. That I've created, and essentially it'll try to get the revs down as low as possible. So I gave it a bit of a go before. Let's see how she goes now. Okay. So as you can see over here, we've got about 800 revs or so. It's using the 40 degree temperature tune for idle. Now, I'm going to open up a new image file, one that I've saved earlier. And I'm going to update that to the ECU. Okay. So what it's going to try to do now is, you can see these values are much lower. It's going to try to keep the engine as low as possible without stalling, without stalling, without stalling, without stalling. So as the engine starts to heat up, you'll see it'll go through the 50 range, then the 60, 70 and up to 80. So that's essentially what I'm trying to do here. If you take a look at the engine now, we're up at 600 revs. So we're going to get a little bit more heat into the motor. I haven't done a lot of the bottom end tuning of the big block at the moment. We'll have a look at what the temperature is. I'll just quickly change it up to 60, get it to idle up a bit. That'll increase your idle up. If I wanted to, I could actually increase that all the way up to 100. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, so it's at 59 degrees at the moment, and it's doing a very good job of trying to keep it up with that 100. So you can see now it's gone back to 45 because it's gone to the 60 mode. So I'll quickly change that back up to 100 for a second. So what we're going to do now is, hopefully when it gets to the 70 degree mode, it'll idle quite nicely at a big block. But I can get this thing sound like a 13B rotary. once again, if I go over to my fuel maps, you'll see it using the following squares. You'll also see across here it says knock sensor, so I haven't got a knock sensor installed at the moment, and I haven't got the exhaust sniffer installed either. So up at 65 degrees, 66 degrees. What you'll also see is the battery voltage is 11.8 because I haven't installed a light that's supposed to be sitting at the back of it, so the alternator is not actually alternating. Now what's actually happening is, even though it's using this one here, it's making a mix between this one and this one. So if I get that there, and I change it to 100 as well, the engine will start to come back up in revs. What software are you using? Nistune, one and only. So basically all I've done here is I've got a factory Nissan ECU. I've got a Nistune chip installed into it, running quite nicely. Just using an El Cheapo laptop. So we're getting up to about 70 degrees now. In a second, when that changes, that should go green. Okay, yeah, we're up at this mode now. So there's a lot of things you can do. You've got the timing maps here as well. As you can see, it's using these timing maps down here, but it's still in a level of enrichment. So you've got your first time enrichments and after start enrichments. We won't go into that at the moment. So this is the idle speed where I was at before. We're at the moment is trying to keep it at, trying to keep it up at about 1250, but I haven't got all the stuff onto it to make it set at 1250. So if I want to, I can make it go a bit higher. But what we're trying to do is make it sound as big block as possible. So we're actually going to take this figure now and take it back down to, let's just say, 70. Target zone. As you can see, 78 degrees, next target zone is 80, and it should drop dramatically straight down to a point where it can barely idle. So 79, that'll go green.